product without sales is nothing. It's just a beautiful thing on the shelf.
I respect the fact that they believe in the vision, they believe they're going to pull it off.
The fundamental problem is that the business does not generate enough margin for the scale they're doing. They would need to be doing very, very big scale, and the operational alone would just cost a tremendous amount of money. That's why software is just so profitable and you can scale it, you know, so that's how you can make money in the long term. Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 13 of Built from Scratch. We are coming on today's podcast with a bit of a different one.
One thing, like Tuka Sullivan was valuation, Stephen just thought they didn't have strong brand, that was patent, and then Sarah Davies was like, I'm not excited about this. You know.
So Peter will be verbal about
that could be a black horse, because he's actually really quiet, and usually he would tear. He asked a question at the start and then just went quiet again. But again, we didn't hear all the questions.
But guys, I think it's very easy to look at this and find holes in this. But the reality is that I think you've invented something that is really clever. I think it is definitely, it's one of those where with the right help, you can see this potentially doing well. 40%. But I think you're going to need a lot of my time and a lot of my team's time for this to have a chance of success. And that's the bit that I'm weighing up. That's the struggle that I've got. But 40%. I think
also 50 grand doesn't get them very far.
It never rains, but it pours. I'm going to make you an offer.
Oh,
50k, 40%.
But my offer does come at a price. So my offer is 50,000 for 20%.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Do you want to go to the wall?
Peter takes a lot of punts though, as well, doesn't he?
I think he's on the richer side of this as well.
Yeah, he's one of the wealthier dragons. But interesting, Peter has a sophisticated investment management team as well behind him.
Yeah.
So he'll give them obviously they all do, but just Peter especially just been in it longer.
Yeah.
I think Tuker also has a big one, but yeah.
Because Peter's been in since day one, hasn't he? He's
yeah. That also so devalues the other investors' share.
Well, this is the split going on Dragon's Den when you've already taken investment.
Yeah, look, you're always going to be, but we were at 3% and we just jumped 20%.
Yeah, so they value the company. He valued the company at 250 grand, and his other investors bought in at 1.3 million.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll take it.
No. They're coming back for 5%.
Peter Jones wants considerably more equity than the 3% they were originally
very
to
generous.
give away.
I would have taken 50-60% of their business if I was interested.
Do you think we could do 10%?
Yeah, there you go.
Could a counter be on the cards?
Okay.
I don't think Peter way on the budget. I think it's very generous, truthfully. I get it, investments on board, but I think it'd be
so generous.
Peter, thank you for the offer. We appreciate it. We feel that the percentage is a bit steep, and so we'd be willing to counter for 5%.
Just even the way he phrased it.
5%.
Told you. Like usually when you walk in, what you first offer, you half your initial maximum asking. So you probably had 5 or 6%. It's just, that's so insulting to Peter now. Peter alone would make this a successful business just by advisory and contact.
And his team, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think it's short-sighted.
There's ego there as well.
This is a tough one. For this to have a chance, you are going to need more money. That's going to mean dilution. There's no doubt about that. And on top of that, you're going to have to cover off Deborah's point, and that is you're going to spend a lot of money on patent lawyers.
I'd say marketing itself
and when I say a lot, you could end up spending $1 million here just on lawyers. And I get that, and that's okay. But I think to go on that journey, you're going to need somebody that's got a lot of experience and the cash, hopefully, to make this successful.
It is, yeah.
So I genuinely think 20% is fair.
I agree.
Thanks for the offer, Peter. Thanks for the offer, but we can't accept.
Yeah.
Okay.
The golden handcuffs.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck then.
Thank you.
Now again, obviously they're going to get
The 17% gulf in equity.
Yeah, the guys are very shocked by that. I knew I'd very idea they wouldn't take it. But they should have.
I was so surprised he made an offer clearly within the hour, whatever. There could be an hour pitch behind that. Yeah, I think maybe they were more the product was described better or something. But
in entrepreneur.
Yeah, I didn't. But again, we're only getting a little glimpse. Like I said, it's about usually an hour.
And Dragon
Q&A.
proves too wide to bridge.
Trying to skip a little
and
bit.
Reed and Tribb
I'm just
must
curious to see
leave the
what
den
what way
without
they
a
actually
deal.
interpreted how that went.
Onwards and upwards. Yeah.
Onwards.
Yeah.
The Brolly business founders having effectively rained on Peter Jones's parade.
I thought it was a pretty fair offer.
Yeah, I thought it was fair.
I completely agree.
It was a steep offer, I think, and we believe in the product, so we're really going to build something
Product
great here.
without sales is nothing. It's just a beautiful thing on the shelf.
Here, I respect the fact that they believe in their vision. They believe they're gonna pull it off. And that
Yeah,
they,
let them push on.
Yeah, like again, who knows? But I just today I thought Peter's offer was fair.
It was more than fair, actually.
Yeah.
Personally.
Do you want some water?
Yes, please.
Hello, I'm Henry and I live in Wiltshire.
Hi, I'm Alex and I live in London, and we are co-founders of our Plants and Gardens business.
Well, I don't know what it is, but I love it. Look at them flowers.
Have you not seen flowers before?
Yes, but look how lovely them ones are.
Yeah, amazing.
Come on, they must be making you feel happy.
Good God.
That's me and you.
It is literally me and you.
Who do you think looks scariest?
Didn't they all look relatively intimidating? Being able to pitch to the Dragons today really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Green light. Oh my goodness.
We just have to make the most of it, really. I think we're so lucky to be
Oh,
here.
just going in. Yeah.
I need to absorb your calm.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. You'll be amazing.
I ran through the pitch with my 2-year-old, which didn't go particularly well.
He didn't like it, did he?
No,
He's not going to invest.
No.
Alex's toddler may have already declared himself out. Here we go. But can the duo succeed in winning over an even more demanding audience in the den?
Hello, Dragons. I'm Henry.
And I'm Alex.
And we're seeking £75,000 of investment in return for a 5% stake in our business.
1.5 million.
Dig is on a mission to disrupt an £8 billion a year UK category by making it easier for you to transform your outdoor space with our instant flower beds and design studio. Gardening can be enormously rewarding, but actually it's really hard. And traditionally you head down to a garden centre.
Please insert a picture of what Eric did to his garden. You took a digger in, you leveled it.
Last September, I went on this absolute thing of like, let me just transform this garden.
Dug up your entire garden.
I got a digger and I took like a month or 2 months just digging up my like an acre of land, just dug it up, and then it started raining, and then I just stopped and I just left the project alone.
You choose some plants you like the look of.
You may be a customer of these guys.
Maybe I would be. I feel the pain right now.
You plant them up, and the end result can be a bit disappointing. You can, of course, use a garden designer as well, but that can also be really expensive. So, believing that there was a better way to get that professional garden design look, but at
I like this already.
We
The
started.
pitch is better to start with because again,
Good energy as well and good description. Like it sounds like to me I can buy my flower beds online.
Yeah, and the only thing that caught me is, and again, it's just facts and data. Is just like £8 billion a year spend. Like like that sounds like fluff.
Yeah.
Truthfully, like do people spend £8 billion maybe on plants a year? I don't know. Like it just.
To dig in 2022. We were taking inspiration from parallel categories such as cut flowers and recipe kits to prove that it can be as easy for you to create a beautiful garden as it is for you to do your weekly online shop. All you do is you head to our website, you choose from one of our stylish garden themes, you tell us the dimensions of the bed that you want to fill with plants, hit order, and we deliver all of the plants to your door, fully established, colour-coded, ready
fantastic.
to go. It's that simple.
There's a lot of effort in getting that and to get like a garden designer, and it's like I think there's like weekly rate of like €3,000 a week for like a landscape designer to come in and just do like an assessment and everything.
Yeah, again, I wouldn't really understand the pain. I've never really looked into this area either, so I have no touch points at all.
I tried.
With minimal investment and a really lean business model, we've driven our sales from a standing start to over £400,000 of revenue in 2.5 years of trading.
So we've actually got an example of one of our instant flower beds here, which we've half put together.
Yeah.
But we've got all the remaining plants. I wondered if someone wanted to have a go and come up and plant it for us.
Okay, you go and be the gardener, I'll be your Sue gardener.
Sue Gardner.
Well, it's
Also, just from a business logistics standpoint, their costs are probably really high. If they're like,
Well, are they selling the dirt, the stand, and the seeds in it, or the flowers are already in it?
flowers grown.
Oh yeah, you'd want your own distribution business,
like a sous chef, isn't
like
it?
vehicles and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of
An
logistics
online
around
design and delivery service for those looking to transform their outdoor space is the proposition from Henry Bartlam and Alex Hollingsworth.
Having a Sue gardener.
Suit like premium
I like the idea
estates
of
and
that.
stuff,
There
though.
you go, you
know,
see?
you can see it in
Seeing you
Dubai,
both
you
do
can
some
see it
work
in
for the
London,
first
you can see it
time.
in.
Henry and Alex are looking for £75,000 in
buying
return
this.
for a 5% stake in their plant and garden business.
I would have done alright.
Taking pride in, like, you know, growing their own plant from scratch and stuff. I don't know how people feel towards this.
I think people just like to.
Well, I think you are, but like I feel like some people take pride in, you know, like, I don't know, like.
Yeah.
Again, I just don't.
She
I don't
might
want
be
to
happy she's not getting her hands dirty today.
You couldn't
That's how
care
I do
about
my
gardens.
garden. Somebody else does all the work and I take all the glory.
But probably when I have, you know, a
But
good bit
when
of
it
land,
comes
maybe
to
I will
Henry
care.
and
You know.
Alex's business, will Deborah Meaden find brass where there is muck?
So Henry, Alex, that
I'd be curious. One, I'd be curious if they took on money, and secondly, I'd be curious if they did, because 400k in 2.5 years. Like, you know, like if the Irish state's going to invest in a company as a high potential startup, they want to see €1 million in turnover within 3 years.
And 10 employees full time.
Yeah, so like this is not very strong if this is an investment, money taken on as an investment. You know, so it's like company that's taking on investment.
that made gardening really, really easy. Probably because Sarah was doing all of the work and I was just pointing at things.
We were a good team.
We were a good team. So, what's your background that gives me the confidence that you know not just about garden design, but also what plants can go where?
So I started life as a strategy consultant, and I retrained as a garden designer in 2016. So I've been doing it for 8 years.
I'm not a professional horticulturist. I've always been a very passionate amateur gardener. But my background actually is more in advertising and marketing. So when I came up with the concept of what is now Dig, I knew that we immediately needed someone on the core founding team who really knew what they were talking about and had that experience and expertise.
So you're showing us there the plans.
Yes.
But, you know, where do the questions, I guess on a website, where do the questions come up where I say, well, it's shady, it's dry, I'm on clay, I'm on loamy soil, whatever it is?
Yeah, so the user experience we've kept sort of hopefully very simple and intuitive. So if you go onto our website and considering buying an
I
instant...
think it would have really been a good option there, especially because...
Show the screens of the purchasing
and have that ready to rock, just because their USP is the experience, is that entire experience. So I really would have liked to have that on standby to see it. Because it's very easy, like the buzzword to say is it's intuitive, you know, strong UI, UX, whatever, but I think actually showing it would have been really strong there.
It asks you whether it's sun or shade. It asks you if you want kids and pet-friendly plants. So we get all of that key information we need to ensure that all the plants we deliver will work well. We then have a detailed kind of Q&A section where they can learn more about the soil they have, and then we give all the ongoing tips and guidance as to how you can kind of maintain it.
Great. And in terms of your user experience, so you've turned over 400,000. What does that look like in terms of customers? How many customers are using you at the moment?
So total customer numbers are just about 700 right now.
Okay. What are they paying on average for a bed?
So our average order value is £275.
Okay. And so the average, say it's 275, what will that cost you? So what are your margins?
Yeah, so the margins we have on...
That deep breath in, he goes, yeah, this is...
plants is around 50%. We buy them wholesale and we have a small yard that we keep them in stock, and then we have to take into account a certain amount of margin for the cost of delivery as well.
So for a £300 bed, the £150 on plants, and then maybe another £40 is our cost to deliver, just a very small amount of design time and actually getting the plants to people. So £110.
30%-ish margin,
yes,
slightly
exactly.
higher, but if you...
30,
what did she say the average? 10%?
No, I think so, 20. I actually, let me replay that. I think it's at 20%.
So £110.
30%-ish
30.
margin,
yes,
slightly
exactly.
higher, but if you...
35% margin.
35%, but you have got some labour in there that they haven't necessarily...
You need such large scale to make money on that.
Or drive the price wholesale really massive.
Yeah, that's just very...
Now, this is bootstrapped, like...
Yeah, it sounds like... Well, she said lean and mean. It's just like that lean and mean sounds to me that they're only paying themselves and they have like their home turned into a business.
Yeah.
Don't know if there's an investment strategy, like proposition here. The margins are very low and the scalability realistically here, like you'd need like a huge production side for plants.
Yeah, it definitely... How much the original asking?
75 for 5.
Yeah.
You know, you want to get at least 5 to 10 times back. 7. You know, to get 7, they need to be selling quite a lot.
This is the tough piece we have with like a logistics heavy business as well. And they're actually heavily dependent on wholesalers and then logistics. Like they actually have so many challenges.
Too many cogs.
Sales and marketing. Yeah. Probably one-time buyers and people, unless people are moving house.
They have 700 customers, £275 order value.
It's a difficult business to run. And then your margins are tight.
It's pretty good family business for 2 or 3 people to make money and a living out of, right? And it sounds like it's fun. But it's not an investment proposition right now.
I don't see the fundamentals there at all either. You know.
Henry and Alex, hi. The last 12 months, what have you turned over the last 12 months?
So, so we're halfway through our financial year. So, if I go back a tiny...
Give me how are you now halfway through?
So halfway through the year, we've turned over £108,000. And of that, it is £38,000 of gross profit, and we're on a net profit of £4,000.
So it's really tiny, isn't it?
But they're growing as well. Like I understand they're only in year 2 or 3 or whatever in business. So having a lower net profit makes sense and a gross profit because you're reinvesting every pound back into the business.
It just depends what that reinvestment looks like though.
Yeah.
Like is that like founder salary, that sales and marketing budget, you know?
Correct.
Like obviously staff, you know.
Package improvements, whatever, you know. Yeah.
I'd be curious of that breakdown, what that looks like, you know, because reinvestment can just be lazy, you know, of like, hey, we're holding on for dear life and we have no idea.
There's just the turnover as well. What they're halfway through their financial year, £108,000.
They're tracking 200k.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're both working full time in this business. Are they both focused?
They couldn't, right? Like unless they have some liquidity.
Yeah, I'd be curious as to their attention on this.
Yeah, because there's no money in it right now.
No.
Well,
it's not sustainable at the moment between the both of you.
I would just say that because of seasonality, we're on track to do about £300,000 this financial year. So a lot of our revenue comes in the second half of the year.
£9,000 gross profit.
And what would that give you? 300. Your gross margin will be if you achieve that.
Gross margin should be about 38%, which is about £115,000, 15k net.
Yeah, I think there lies the issue that shows you the size of the opportunity here.
I think why we believe.
I called that at the start. The £8 billion. I just don't believe it. Like, where is that money actually going to? Like, who's actually spending £8 billion?
But also is that like equipment as well? And it's just so hard to define it. But anyway, it sounds like a nice little business for them to run, and I like the brand. I think it's cute, but I just think there's no money in it for an investor here.
I agree.
Significant market opportunity is that there's a whole generation of millennial gardeners who we don't believe are being served, and if we could lock in those customers as a kind of a lifetime
I do hear that point, to be fair.
But what are you looking?
But what have you spent 2.5 years doing? Why have you not found them?
Or why haven't they bought?
Yeah, if you have found them, why haven't they bought? Yes, you know, like it's somewhere along that chain, you know, the buying process.
Them in with though, that's the point. Because at the moment, I'm kind of sensing you'd be so much better off doing what you did before, which was to design gardens for people. But I'm trying to see how this possibly turn into an investable business.
Just £50,000.
Henry, Alex, I totally get it. And you articulate
that
it
is
really
her
well.
background is
you
gifts and craft.
What has happened for cut flowers and recipe kits. You've seen it happen in these other markets, and you want to do it for this market. And I'm sat here thinking, I'm desperate to invest in this business. Please tell me this is going to be a brilliant business. This is all going to stack up brilliantly. And, you know, your numbers aren't quite there.
Yeah.
So what is it that stopped you from accelerating faster?
Yeah.
I think our main challenge is reach and awareness, I would say. When people find us, people get very excited. The challenge we then have is to persuade them to spend, you know, £275 on average. So I think there's a marketing element there about increasing our reach and getting more people to hear about us. And I think we also need to work harder on...
Yeah, because he's saying his background's in marketing and sales. So I listen to Neil Patel is the goat when it comes to like anything SEO. And some of that.
Okay.
So he was saying that there was a widespread study done. People need on average anywhere from 4 to 26 touch points of the brand to start trusting it, depending B2B, B2C, a little more for B2B, a little less for B2C, and they need less touch points. But 4 to 26 times what does your funnel look like? What does it look like with attracting customers? Do you understand like what pain point you solve? And you're nice to have by the sounds of things, because you're like. If I
it's a convenience one.
Are you not competing directly with like seeds in a little packet?
Yeah, that's what you're doing, but you're not having to obviously like nurture the plant.
Or maybe you're buying potted plants, but it's already pre-planned for you.
Yeah.
Like what's the
sounds like to me what they're doing is you get your flower bed, you have like your little garden design and you put it there kind of thing, so it's kind of ready to go.
So it's designed for you.
So you're
just pricey potted plants in the direction.
you could put it that way, but the thing is like they understand the color combinations and everything.
I understand it's an art form, no more than interior designer.
Exactly.
I understand the art form, but I just don't know if they fully understand the value they're bringing to the table.
No, and also the problem is with that millennial customer, can they afford, unless they're not on the higher end, to spend
like you said,
that much money on that?
Like clearly they're getting excited until they hit the price point.
That's it. That's what I caught as well.
Yeah.
It's bigger reach, won't necessarily. It's actually targeted to, for example, maybe like Miami, where there's certain estates where they have quite a bit of money to spend on.
But then, it's like it's getting a middle land between people that will pay for garden designers and then people that buy, like not even potted plants, just seeds. Like they have to get that delta, and like how much that market actually worth. Like clearly in the UK,
here's the fundamental problem: is that the business does not generate enough margin for the scale they're doing. They would need to be doing very, very big scale, and the operational alone would just cost a tremendous amount of money. There's no money in the business.
I agree.
Fundamentally,
persuading people that it's worth the money. So that might be that might be about pricing. Perhaps we are too expensive, but I think that's probably one of the reasons why we've seen steady growth.
And that won't get better with the margin
yet.
Yeah, but it's the same thing as arguing it's more expensive to buy a box from one of the meal delivery than it is to go to the supermarket. They're doing all the work in coming up with the ideas, curating it, making it simple and giving you an experience. So
absolutely.
I think we had the fact that we can buy plants really cheaply, and also we have all of the skills in being able to put together those designs. That is genuine value that we deliver to people.
The big difference between your business...
Quantify it.
Yeah, like I hear her.
Yeah, no,
I understand her.
It's a skill set, I understand.
But I just quantify it, as you said.
Yeah.
Business and the meal prep sort of meal kit businesses that we've mentioned is that.
So actually, I actually watched a video last night about the meal prep companies. You'd like to see your HelloFresh and stuff. They have in a 12-month period a 90% churn rate on customers. They cannot hold on customers for dear life.
I was at a convention there and HelloFresh was just having it was like an EdTech convention. HelloFresh had a little box there because I'd say they're looking for anybody, right, that needs meals on the go. But they were ready to sell that product to me at a 95% discount for the next 12 months, just so I stay on. I think it was like £20 a week they were looking to get. I was like, hold on, what is the catch here? Is the bad quality food? What's going on?
Yeah,
they're just so stuck for customers.
Now, ironically though, they in the US, because I only heard this last night, hence why it's fresh. 78% of the market they have.
Wow.
Yeah, like they are the market leader by a mile. Now,
so they don't have to cook either. You get the product with the recipe to cook.
Ironically though, in the US, that the demographic they're going after, these people actually eat out most of the time. They actually don't actually make food. Yeah. So actually, what the way people are rejecting the market to go is that it actually needs to be pre-packed meals. They don't want to get sent groceries to their door. Because people,
that's the thing.
Because people
I want to just either microwave or just put it in a pan and make it work. I don't want to prep.
Because like they go after like, if you go to the grocery store you send this amount, and if you do it this it's easier, it's thought about. People actually don't care. They actually want the inconvenience. Like with this service, people just want you just to go to your house and do it.
Yeah.
And then that's a way higher price point.
And also I only thought about it, it's £275 for just a couple of flowers.
Yeah, probably. Because
then I paid someone $3,000 and get the whole garden fitted out. You know?
Yeah. So
I get hungry every day.
Yeah.
But if I planted that that was the space that I had, why would I need you again anytime soon?
Yeah, you don't.
Well, because partly because very few plants last forever, and especially even if you plant something like lavender, you might.
But then I already have my base of soil and design. I can just buy seeds as well.
Good point. Yeah, good point.
6 years
so
time.
I think you said we've had steady growth, but nothing significant. And I think your model is the reason why, because they might have a great experience, but they don't necessarily need you for a while.
Yeah, as it stands, I'd agree with that.
They're constantly just looking for new customers.
Yeah. but you have to build. Oh, that's tough.
Really tough. Yeah.
That is true.
So your growth is probably always going to be pretty steady, but nothing significant until you find a way to create that sort of recurring, returning revenue. And this begs the question: how does this business get big soon?
If we can sort of prove that we're a trusted brand, we're an inspiring brand for people who got into gardening and have got one product from us. If we can introduce other sort of work streams alongside that, of additional things they might want in their garden, that's the scale.
Alex,
it will take time to get there.
I think that you've got a good business, and I think you're going to continue to grow this business in a steady way. But as an investor who's potentially putting in £75,000 for 5%, it's really hard to figure out how I would make a return on that 75,000 over the coming years. It's really hard for me to see that. So I'm going to say that I'm out, but I wish you the very best.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Thank you very much.
Like great family business can probably over the next few years maybe even do £1 million plus a year, but that's you're living and breathing that company. You're the one delivering the things, and you're going to have a good salary over time. But it's not an equity, like investment backed company.
Yeah, I just kind of learned that for scale you need like 3.5 to 4.5 times margin.
Yeah.
Or else you have nothing to operate from or nothing to, get better. Like the only thing they can change is grow things in-house and do all that. But that's time, and the return, probably your leverage there is 5% of saving. It's just not equating to, a lot of money. Yeah, that's why software is just so profitable and you can scale it, so that's how you can make money in the long term.
Yeah.
Henry and Alex, I do like the brand. I think Dig is good.
I love it.
I actually think you two are very
Can I just say, I might be wrong, but I think Dig is a US brand, food brand. I think I seen Dig in New York or something like this. You get like burritos and stuff.
But I'm kind of sensing my money, if I was to invest, my money wouldn't grow the way your plants grow.
No.
So I'm really sorry to say that
bootstrap cash flow business.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
You wouldn't even feel it.
Alex and Henry.
That comes back to the question, and we talked about this before. If I were to invest in you, what is my money going to give you that you're not currently doing?
Like they're probably going to spend that on marketing.
Yeah, and clearly their marketing has not good direct ROI.
Yeah,
But
that would only like triple their marketing efforts, right? So it's still not still would only make you £100,000 plus a year.
If if they have it
and
nailed,
there's 3 mouths to feed off that,
or it can set it on fire.
Yeah,
which probably is what we both were a cash flow business for years. And we got very few grants over the years. That just falls into the furnace and gets burnt.
Oh, that's what it is, and it just always has. Before you make the dollar, it has like 10 places to go.
So I can and I so get their pain point because we did multiple years of just trying to keep our head above water with 100%. Slim margins. I get it, and I'm not saying, but if I sit on the other side of the table acting as a possible investor, I just know that money's going to get set on fire. I know that money's going to do nothing for me and nothing for them really either.
It's not going to change their lives.
No.
Look, you're very credible, both of you. Now,
I like them.
No, me too.
When I invest in something, I hope that I can add value.
Yeah.
I can't see where I can add value here.
And that's actually on them and their pitch of what
you should kind of invite where I need help.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe they said it, but I didn't hear where they did some reach on marketing.
Yeah.
I'm not a gardener. It's not a passion of mine. So for that reason, I'm out.
Thanks, Tika.
Thank you.
I love what you do. But I also think, as an investor, if I'm going to put my money in, you're high risk and you're not really going for a particularly high return. So I'm afraid it's not an investment for me, but I really, really wish you all the luck.
Okay,
I'm out.
I agree. I like them. I just don't think their business is investable.
Guys,
I can see you do a good
I
gardening,
totally love you too. And I know that's not normally what we're supposed to do, and we're supposed to play it a bit cool or whatever, but I'm sure it's written all over my face how much I love this. There's no point sitting here pretending that I'm going to play it cool.
Thank you.
Because what's absolutely fascinating me is, I'm sure you'll know, gardening is massive on Shop and Telly.
Yes.
I mean, QVC,
Yeah.
it is so big for QVC and a huge focus area for them. Now, they are not your target audience because they're not the millennials. You know, they are the baby boomers.
Yeah.
However, I actually think if you just tweaked the business model a bit, still kept with exactly what you're doing, but went after the baby boomer market and used the TV shopping channels, I just think it would be a really natural way for you to go.
Maybe. Just
And
how
I
would
can
they
see
scale? How would
so
they
many
supply
ways I
the
can help
demand?
business.
As if they had a big boom.
Yeah, like if 1,000 customers signed up on a television promo, like QVC or whatever, how would they supply?
Well, like again, like, you know, sales solves all problems. I think they'd rather have that problem than they would.
Of course.
And like, you know, you can ramp up short term, but you know, I don't know the television advertising, the marketing stuff
for gardening.
Telesales, sorry. I don't know anything about it. Like, definitely baby boomers definitely have more of the budget.
What do you call them?
Baby boomers, apparently that's the way they refer to like people probably like 50, 60 plus. But like, they've got budget, they're sitting around watching TV, they love their garden. Again, the fundamentals, you still...
In that age, would you not just like do your garden as well? That's why I've like thought their target audience of like millennials and Gen Z is much better.
Again,
because I think then like as you get older, you just like a bit of Zen and stuff. You know, again, I don't know, but I'm just that would be my thing. Is we value our time more and we like aesthetics more. They like to go through the process.
Therapeutic and stuff.
All of evaluation at all.
Very therapeutic for you to do a garden.
Maybe one day.
So I will offer you all of the money, all 75,000.
25.
But I would want to do it at I'm going to be really fair and say 15%.
They're very friendly on this episode.
15 is
okay.
Really, really reasonable.
Thank you. Thank you.
500k valuation, roughly.
Yeah. But for them, it doesn't really matter.
Behind your plants.
Go get in your plants.
Henry and Alex have a decision to make. With Sarah Davies asking for 3 times the 5%
They'll definitely come out of
equity
here with a deal because
originally
Sarah's
on
so
offer.
sound.
You know I've always felt we've had.
She's definitely excited about the business there.
Actually, said there, you know, we value the business too high. I told you we did. I think that's a great offer for them.
It's a fantastic offer, yeah.
Will the duo attempt to negotiate more favourable terms?
They might negotiate down to 12.5%, but like,
yeah,
if they have any shot of really want to, if they actually want to go big in this, and they really in their heart of hearts, because not everyone, like, it's okay to have a 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 pound a year business,
100%.
and that be something you enjoy doing, and that feeds your family very well, and you get to pick your hours and whatever, you know, all the upside, whatever.
100%.
I just hope that that's what they want, because, you know, a lot of people don't want investors on your back ringing you every week, every month,
and like they don't want to. They also don't want 25 people sitting there and payroll and all the stress around everything.
So
you know?
I'd be.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah.
And Sarah, thank you for your offer. And actually, we just want to accept it.
Brilliant.
We know it's a good deal. We know it's a good
If they
deal.
started edging over a couple percent, if I were investing, I'd actually pull out. I'd be like, if you're trying to actually haggle me, over 20%,
because the value in the business here is going to be cash flow and scale.
Totally.
I'm finding where that comes from.
The equity actually is actually
invaluable.
Yeah, totally agree.
Good result for Henry and Alex.
Amazing.
Fair play. They're nice people.
It's better than a bank loan.
Well, we're really pleased for you. Well done.
Yeah, no, I'm happy
The
for them.
green-fingered duo depart the den with £75,000 and the backing of a dragon with the skills to make their gardening business truly blossom.
We got money. Oh my god. Glad that got investment, Sarah.
I'm really excited about
should
it.
start a gardening
Gotta
business.
teach them to be mini
I think we'd
shop and
raise a lot of
TV
money.
experts.
I'd sell nice plants.
Absolutely delighted to have Sarah on board. She's the perfect
Martin
dragon for us.
edit
She's
over. Almost through the garden.
and she'll just bring so much to the business.
Yeah, that's happy out.
Yeah, I think so.
That's happy out. That's probably what we fit in for
I actually think
this episode and see.
This might be one or two. We've actually gone for about an hour there, I think. So,
Okay.
So,
we'll split it up.
Yeah, let's see how we go. I actually really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I think so. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, because you weren't coming into
no, I wasn't
towards
too
this.
hot in it. But
No.
I just want to make sure we're adding value throughout this, and it's not coming off pretentious. Truthfully.
Yeah. No, I understand.
I'd be curious. We've had John behind the camera. I hope I would be curious to hear what he thinks of this. But I really enjoyed this activity anyway. So let's see how that comes across.
Yeah, let's see. And I suppose we're on Spotify, YouTube, we're everywhere on all platforms. So make sure you like, subscribe. and come back for episode 14. We're posting weekly. We did leave a week out there, but we're trying our best. So I think we'll probably end up recording another one just to see, and we'll try to switch it up. But again, I think what the idea of this is we're trying to apply our knowledge and our, I suppose, experience as well onto this, and seeing how we would do certain things. So it could be interesting.
Yeah, cool.
I just wanted to switch it up because didn't want to go on a big rant now this evening. What's it, Sunday at
9 p.m. or something.
10 p.m.
Yeah,
So
cool.
Thank you very much for listening and watching, and we'll see you next week.